Oh, it's a beautiful day outside.
The perfect day to come back home.
To Disneyland. Ooh, look at this. The Mickey and Friends parking structure has a new sculpture in front of it.
Just like the Pixar pals.
I've got their giant Pixar ball.
Well, that's nifty.
All right. Man, it's so weird coming back here right after Disneyland Paris.
The park looks so miniature and small.
And all the American people look so tall. Ah, Walt Disney's original Disneyland. I mean, what's not to love about this place? Look at that Disneyland horse.
Ooh, and here comes another one.
It's funny, when I was driving in today, I was actually following right behind a big horse trailer bringing some of the horses to the park.
They look so happy, sticking their heads out the windows.
Looking around.
I wish I was a horse. Then I could eat grass and no one would think I was weird.
Oh, it's so nice to be back right now while everything's decked out for the holidays.
When I was little, I literally lived right across the street here in Anaheim.
And so did both sets of grandparents, so the smell here during the holidays,
it's like my Christmas smell.
and the weather and the breeze, it just feels like home. Wow, look at Main Street. Christmas garlands and bells and wreaths, it's glorious. Hey, look, they've even got Christmas Dingo walking around.
That's Goofy's French name.
It's funny because when people I know who are used to Disneyland Paris or Walt Disney World come here to the original Disneyland,
Everything looks so tiny to them. They're like, why is it so small?
but I love Disneyland's small, little miniature scale.
Makes it feel so cute and cozy.
Almost like it's hugging you. Man, everything looks so different to me right now. Because I don't know if you've noticed, but other than the opening of Star Wars Land this year, and just a couple of other quick peeks, I really haven't spent much time at the original Disneyland at all this year.
Which was very much on purpose and a good idea.
Because taking a little break made everything feel so darn fresh. Look at this.
It makes the magic come back.
It makes things stand out to you, like those new digital wait time signs, or those Nikon picture spot signs designed to help you get the perfect sick pic.
Cheese!
Whew, I think I nailed that one. Look at all the baby ducks. How about that? There's so many of them.
How cute. Looks like Donald's family came to visit for Christmas.
Ooh, that's gonna be a fun one too.
Yes, sir.
I am loving it. The castle may be a little smaller, but it's good to be back. Boy, there sure have been a lot of changes this year. One of the best,
Well, at least to me.
was removing those French fry rocks from the entrance to Tomorrowland.
Holy cow, this whole space feels so much bigger now.
So much more open and inviting. Of course, this isn't the finished product here.
They're gonna be filling all this in.
With a more decorative approach. But at least as far as the rocks leaving, it looks like I got my wish.
Thanks, fairy godmother.
There is one little chunk of the French fries left over here.
But eventually, these will be gone as well.
This is sort of our last chance to get a glimpse of Tomorrowland as it was for a couple of decades. It's weird though. Over here,
Just past the little outdoor section of Buzz Lightyear's line.
is an itty bitty minuscule isolated patch of those rocks. Can you see them there past those people?
I was just thinking for the French fry fans.
It'd be kind of cool if they kept just that little chunk.
Ugh, chunk. Now that's a gross word. Chunk. 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 Whoa.
Anyway.
Like I was saying, so many changes.
Everything from the castle's colors, a new roof, to the new slopey walkways. Just a lot of stuff happened this year.
And it looks like they're not slowing down for next year either.
Because not only will they surely be sprucing the place up for the 65th anniversary, but they've already started to announce a whole bunch of other changes as well.
Two of which in particular.
I found particularly attention-grabbing. Number one, they have officially announced
That a big refurbishment.
and possibly some very big changes are coming to Indiana Jones. Nothing too extreme, you know.
But certainly a big overall facelift.
Very little. Changes very big, Dr. Jones.
It's closing down soon after New Year, so I don't know.
I might have to make a calculated risk with my neck injury here.
'Cause I love that ride.
Ooh, here's a question for you guys. Does anybody know what that says? Unfortunately, I forgot my decoder card today. Or else I'd tell you, is that water from the Fountain of Youth? Or is that Indian Solace Hooch?
Oh, careful, guys.
Looks like the birds have been having their way. Don't drink out of the open one. Oh, anyways, I keep getting distracted. It's hard not to here.
The other huge change.
Is the announcement that a classic fan favorite, old old school, classic, original Disneyland attraction. It's getting an even crazier, even more complete makeover. And no, I'm not talking about the new show in the Golden Horseshoe.
Almost said new shoe in the Golden Horse Show.
New show in the Golden Horseshoe, yeah, that's right.
Oh no!
I'm talking about a big change to one of my all-time favorite Fantasyland attractions.
And probably one of the best attractions here, other than Gaston, of course.
They're doing a complete makeover on Snow White's Scary Adventure.
Oh, that's right. This classic 1955 dark ride
It's getting another major makeover, both inside and out.
Apparently the outside one won't be too crazy.
They're saying they just want to blend the exterior of the ride a little more smoothly with the fantasy elements of the castle over there.
But the inside is getting the big changes.
Pretty safe bet to assume we'll see some more projection technology in there, like we did with the upgrades to the Seven Dwarfs scene at the end of the ride.
And I'm sure they'll dust out the cobwebs and spruce things up in general, the colors, the lighting.
But the biggest change will be the story itself.
Apparently Snow White's Scary Adventures is a little too scary.
I mean, as it exists now, not only do you enter underneath that scary witch up there, but there's skulls over the doorway, black magic happening just inside the queue.
And then once you get inside,
Black magic, creepy dungeons, skeletons, poisoned apples, haunted forest. And then at the end, we have the Seven Dwarves outside in a terrifying storm, while the evil old hag tries to crush us and them with a boulder.
whereupon
She is violently struck by lightning like a flux capacitor.
1.21 gigawatts!
And then that's it. The end.
You never see Snow White wake up and come back to life. You never really see what happens with her and the prince.
Other than a little mural at the ride's exit that most people never turn around and see.
I mean, even I, as a massive fan, have to admit, it gets a little dark in there.
And apparently now they're thinking, you know, it's the only ride in Fantasyland that's based on a princess.
Might be a little too dark.
So they've announced they are going to spruce up and change the ending.
The rumor is the whole scene with the dwarves and the rocks and the boulder and the lightning and the
is going bye-bye, and they've already confirmed.
new scenes for the ending showing, you know, love and happiness.
I'm sure this change will make the ride make a lot more sense to little kids who've either never seen Snow White,
Or to kids who've just seen Snow White and they're like, where was the prince? What happened?
but of course, just like any other change here at Disneyland, it has a lot of old school fans howling.
How dare they? Walt's original ride.
It's classic. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
But actually, this isn't the first time this has happened.
While there has been a version of this ride here since opening day in 1955 until 1983,
It was actually known as Snow White and Her Adventures, and you never saw Snow White in there.
it was all from the perspective of Snow White.
They figured you were Snow White, so why would you be seeing yourself?
Anyway, apparently over these first 28 years of the ride's operation, a lot of people were a little disconcerted, a little confused.
And many were frightened.
And so in the early 1980s, when they transformed the original Fantasyland into the new and improved New Fantasyland, they decided to give Snow White and Her Adventures, as it was originally called,
A makeover as
the
well.
ride was renamed Snow White's Scary Adventures.
They added in the figure of Snow White, so instead of you feeling like you were Snow White and getting poisoned,
It was like you were having a scary adventure with her.
and they really embraced the whole scary side.
All the lighting and sounds and props were new and improved and scarier than ever.
I believe that's when the lightning strike itself dates to.
And of course, the new facade of the ride included the evil queen peering down at you, all sorts of skeletons, hearts with knives through them,
And right out front, the spell.
for the poisoned apple. And look at this. Oh, the laugh of the evil old witch.
Boy, she thinks it's funny when you take this poisoned apple.
There were lots of other changes too, like of course the little black magic room right inside the queue. And actually the whole line itself, not to mention brand new ride vehicles designed to look somewhat like the dwarves' beds.
Basically, 36, 37 years ago.
The original Snow White and Her Adventures was completely and utterly transformed.
Let's see, it took 28 years or so to change it the first time.
So roughly 30 years, and it's been over 30 years since they changed it.
They're due.
Personally, I'm not one of those people that gets cranky when they make new changes.
I don't get super excited either. I look forward to them.
But I am such a huge fan of the dark rides in Fantasyland as they exist today.
But as soon as they announced how much was really changing in there,
I knew the first chance I
I
got.
was heading down for a ride.
Ooh, yeah, see, look at that. Black magic is happening down here. Evil black
The poison apple, sleep.
children's ride.
Ooh, a little bit of a line going. See, this ride is always popular.
Ooh, nice view of the castle from the line.
Actually, nice view of everything from the line. Oh, hey, Allie. Fancy meeting you here in line. See, look here. There's the current happy ending mural when you get off the ride. See how nobody really looks that direction?
That's why they want to make a new ending. It makes it a little more obvious.
That Snow White didn't succumb to the sleeping death. Ooh,
Looks like it's our turn.
all right, here we go. Back into the forest and back into the seven dwarfs cottage. I want to see all the animals in here doing all the housework. Wish the animals in my neighborhood would do that. Hi, Snow White. Hello, seven dwarfs. And hello, Evil Queen.
Bring the poison apple for Snow White.
She's gonna murder her. Oh, ooh, into the mine. Look at all this treasure. These dwarves must be rich. Uh-oh. Here comes the real spooky stuff.
Magic mirror on the wall.
In this disguise, I'll fool them all.
It's everybody's mother-in-law. Oh, I don't like this.
Sleeping death.
Scary dungeon. Whoa! No, thanks. I'm not hungry. Whoa!
Fresh apple.
She's pushing the Girl Scouts with those cookies.
Delicious apple.
Oh, no!
Taste the apple. Taste the apple.
Look at this. Here's the current ending now. Lots of rock work, lots of scared dwarves, and one heck of a lightning strike. And the only ending we see right now is the book saying they live happily ever after, which goes by in a flash. And then on the opposite side of the way you exit is that mural. So a lot of people don't notice, apparently. And they claim lots of kids just end up thinking Snow White died.
I guess that would be a little Heimbunt.
Alrighty, well, look at this. Now darkness has descended upon Fantasyland, which means that Allie here has to go. See you later, Allie.
And in a couple of minutes, I'm gonna have to go too.
But don't worry, we will be spending some more time in Walt Disney's original Magic Kingdom.
Very soon. Hopefully tomorrow soon, you know?
I stayed away to have a little break and get a little of the freshness back.
And it worked, but I think I stayed away a little too long.
Because I sure miss this place. Wow, look at that Christmas castle. It's beautiful. It's weird though, those LED lights are kind of strobing on film. They look weird to my naked eye too.
That happens a lot in Europe for some reason.
Just the strange strobing LED lights, but boy, they are gorgeous. All right, I better start making my way out of the park as well. It's been a crazy last couple of months, that's for sure.
Been having a heck of a hard time in some ways.
The 3 defective and herniated discs in my neck didn't help.
Even though they're getting a lot better and I'm starting to be able to do more and more things again.
I'm still having to take it easy and take this weird anti-inflammatory medicine.
Still probably gonna have to get some injections.
But I'm holding off on those until after the holidays.
Because nobody wants a Christmas neck injection.
Anyway, it's been a little tough.
Kind of brought the end of my year to a shuddering, grinding halt.
And obviously made it a little bit difficult to make winter plans when I didn't know whether I was going to be able to sit up or not. But the good thing about all that time in bed writhing around in agony
Is that I started reading a whole bunch of books and started mentally working out
a whole slew of new projects and adventures.
for when it gets warm in 2020.
Plus, something super epic is coming in the mail in March.
I don't want to give any spoilers.
This one's been a secret even from that Patreon podcast that we do.
Trust me, it's gonna be good.
There's so much more Disneyland I want to do.
But everyone's holiday parties are happening. My uncle's in town.
London's wrapping up his semester at school.
It'll have to wait till next time we return.
To Random Land.
All right, guys, we came and soaked in the old Snow White.
And we managed to capture a little bonus Christmas cheer into the bargain.
So I'm gonna go ahead and say we've done our duty.
It's time to go home and sleep well.
Merry Christmas. Ooh, I should have brought it up more clearly earlier, but we just got back from Disneyland Paris, and if you missed it, we rode the Snow White ride over there. So if you'd like to see a comparison between the two, the Paris one is like the old Snow White Scary Adventure here, but like upgraded, a little bigger, a little better. And the good thing about this one changing is we'll always have Paris. Check this out at downtown Disney. It's the Let It Glow display. Well, one of many of the Let It Glow displays. I don't know if it's the horrible headache I've had all day or just my weird brain, but staring at the Let It Glow thing really makes me wonder, how did this happen? Were they sitting in an office and said, we need some kind of Christmas thing, something to do with Let It Glow, a little pun? Or did they come up with the look and then somebody goes, I got the perfect name for that. Right on my book of puns somewhere, Let It Glow. You know, idea first or name first? Inquiring minds want to know. Yeah, maybe it's me. I'll get some Tylenol. At least it's not a schnickerdoodle. Oh, and you guys want to talk about Star Wars? I'm not ignoring it on purpose. Yes, I am, kinda. Just to give everybody time. But we'll talk about Star Wars. We'll just give it a few days. I have some thoughts. That's all I'm gonna say. I have some thoughts. I want that. They need to hurry up with that Baby Yoda merch. Let it glow, let it glow, let it glow. Bom, bom.
Kind of looks like that monkey in the temple is holding a little ice cream cone, huh? Mmm, ice cream.
Whoa! That gave me a frighten.
Scared me.
What scared you? The apple?
You did.
No, because all I did was I go, ah! And then I screamed really loud. Why was that scary? We don't actually know that they're going to change this. I would hope that they wouldn't, but if they're going to de-scare it, you never know what could go. Here's a little sneaky Disneyland secret for you guys. Most people never notice that the poisoned apple is built into the design of this little fence right here. How about that? Hey, do you think Apple Hill sells any poisoned apples? I didn't see any while we were there. Kind of a shame. They lost the whole old evil witch clientele.
Para que tengan un viaje seguro.
Take care of Snow White.
Magic mirror on the wall. In this disguise, I'll do them